Good evening, Yankees Nation. We are here for the play-by-play of the New York Yankees facing off against the Miami Marlins. Today's lineup for our Yankees is going to be leading off playing center field Trent Grisham, hitting 247 on the season. Jason Dominguez will be hitting second in the two-hole, playing left field, hitting 259. Cody Bellinger will be in right field, hitting in the three-hole at 283 this season. Giancarlo Stanton will be DHing this evening, hitting cleanup and at 270. Jazz Chisholm Jr. will be manning second base, hitting in the five-hole, hitting 245. Paul Goldschmidt will be playing first base, hitting in the six-hole, 282 on the season. Yankees' new third baseman, Ryan McMahon, will be hitting in the seven-hole, hitting 227. Anthony Volpe will be manning the helm at shortstop, hitting eighth, hitting 215. And Austin Wells will bring up the chain with for the back of the train, catching behind the dish and hitting 212. On the mound for the Yankees is going to be Carlos Rodon, and he'll be facing up against Janson for the Marlins. Today's team is looking a little bit different. For our bench tonight, we are going to have shortstop Caballero, multifaceted player, Ben Rice, Rosario, and Slater. And the new look Yankees bullpen is going to have Bednar, Bird, Doval, Brubaker, Hill, Hedrick, Loizaga, Weaver, and Williams. That bullpen is looking completely different than it did last year. Hey, SJ, Graham, how y'all doing? Welcome to the stream. Landon, appreciate y'all being here. We are just moments before game time, and we're about to get to it. A lot of movement, so this team looks completely different than it did just a day ago. How are we feeling about the deadline? What we were able to accomplish, and how our folks are looking. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you are not, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. I am doing fine. How about y'all? I agree, Graham. Definitely, definitely the best case scenario that we could have went through. I'm liking the changes. We will be playing tonight's game at the Lone Depot Stadium. Definitely an unusual name for a ballpark. However, it is what it is. So hopefully the new look New York Yankees will get it done today. And the word that has been put out, Devin Williams is going to remain the closer for this team. Yeah, without a doubt, Graham, without a doubt. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's get it done. It's funny. Everyone seems to feel better about the bullpen as a whole, but we haven't seen them pitch one inning as New York Yankees yet. So hopefully, when they roll out, they'll be met with success. Definitely going to be different with them getting their first looks on the road. And it's going to be interesting to see how they integrate all the new players. Yeah, without a doubt. Fans fans for New York are definitely brutal. That's why I'm extremely happy to see that Ryan McMahon got off to such a good start. People are taking him in and think that he will become a beloved piece of the Yankee Nation. Well, SGA with regard to Marcus Stroman, he has no options. Luis Hill is coming back on Sunday. We're not going to carry a 6/7 man bull or rotation, and Stroman stuff just wasn't suitable for the bullpen. So we have a clean break with Stroman, and he has the opportunity to break out and start with a new club. Hopefully, be successful. The roof is closed at the Low Depot Stadium, so we will see how it looks. Graham, I think that the reason that McMahon looks so much better here than he did in Colorado is he was basically the offense for that squad. He was always hitting in high leverage situations. Here in the Bronx, he's hitting 6, 7, 8. So the pressure's not on there. He's just there to show off his fielding glove and do what he does. I think his average will come up, and I think in the Bronx, his power is going to show a bit. And it looks like the Marlins are taking the field. SGA, you guys have a real good matchup tonight on the mound. facing Peterson. Peterson is a very good pitcher. And you guys have Robbie Ray coming up, so I think that's going to be a great matchup. Janson Junk is a former Yankee farmhand. He has a 5-2 record with a 3.28 ERA. Opponents are hitting .264 against him. He started this season out in the Marlins bullpen, but he's moved to their actual rotation. He has an incredible strikeout to walk ratio. He's only walked 5 batters this season. So, Yankees Nation, be prepared. He's going to be around the strike zone. Stepping up to the box is Trent Grisham. He's digging in. He's hitting .247 on the season, 18 home runs, 40 RBIs, and an .808 OPS. Yeah, Graham, even tonight, I'm not bringing anybody up right now, SGA. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball called strike one. Count is 0-1. And Junk sets. He brings the next pitch, and Grisham fouls it off. Count is 0-2. Hello, Nancy. Welcome to the stream. And Junk sets. And the pitch is down low for ball one. Count is 1-2. Junk sets and fires, and the slider is just a bit off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. And Grisham bounces the ball to the first baseman, who flips it to Junk to record the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jason Dominguez. And Junk sets and fires, and the pitch is a sweeper way upstairs for ball one. Dominguez is hitting .259 on the season, 9 home runs, 36 RBIs, and a .739 OPS. And the pitch is a sweeper fouled off. Count is evened out 1-1. Every player who changes teams, SGA has an adjustment period, and Devers is going through it right now. Junk sets and fires and just misses inside. Count is now 2-1. He will turn it around, and he'll be the player that the back of his baseball card shows. And the pitch is chopped to the second baseman, who flips it on to Wagaman for the second out of the inning. Hey, Jacob, how you doing? All right, SGA, appreciate it. And Siegel, the home plate umpire, is a pitcher or a hitter friendly umpire. The first pitch is foul, tipped into the glove. Bellinger's hitting 283 on the season with 20 home runs, 63 RBIs, and an 849 OPS. Those of you just joining the stream, please hit the like and share the channel out. Be most appreciated. And Junk sets and fires, and he pitches a slider down low. Count is 1-1. Junk sets and fires at Bellinger, hammers this one down the right field line, but it is going to drift foul. He knocked the crud out of that. Hey, Jonathan, welcome to the stream. Count is 1-2. And Bellinger hits the ball to left field, and Stowers backs up to make the play for the third out of the inning. Yankees go down in order 1, 2, 3. Thank you, SJ. Appreciate the info. Coming up to hit in the bottom of the first is going to be Xavier Edwards, Ramirez, and Hernandez. And looks like Rodon is throwing his final warm-up pitches. How are we feeling about tonight's lineup? Looks like the home plate umpire is out talking to Rodon. Not sure exactly what that is going on. Could be, Graham. Could be. Xavier Edwards is coming up to bat. He's hitting .294 with 1 home run, 27 RBIs, and a 727 OPS. And the first pitch is a four-seamer that paints the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And Edwards takes timeout. Rodon sets. Eddie Briggs the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. Rodon's fastball is at 91 miles an hour, so it's a little bit off, 3 to 4 miles slower than usual. Rodon sets, and the pitch is chop foul. Count is going to remain 0-2. Pitch is on the way, and Edwards hits a line drive right at Jazz Chisholm for the first out. Coming up to bat is former Yankee farmhand Agustin Ramirez. He was part of the Chisholm trade last year. He's hitting .238 on the season with 15 home runs. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is called strike one. I think that one was a little bit off the plate. Rodon sets, and he fires, and the changeup is way outside. Count is evened at 1-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-2. And Rodon sets, and the slider is in the dirt. Count is now 2-2. SGA, I have no idea. Rodon sets, and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. And that is strike three. Second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Hernandez. Herberto Hernandez is hitting .311 on the season, 5 home runs, 18 RBIs, and an .868 OPS. Rodon sets, and he fires. The curveball is in the dirt. Count is 1-0. Hernandez made his major league debut in May. Hernandez takes a step out of the box. He's back in there. Rodon sets, and he fires, and the pitch is a slider down low. Count is 2-0. Rodon sets and fires, and the fastball is down low. Count is now 3-0. All right, Carlos. Got plenty of good ball players behind you. Be at least competitive and near the plate. Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch catches the top corner. Call strike one. Count is now 3-1. And Rodon sets and he brings the pitch, and it is hit sharply to Ryan McMahon, who fires it across the diamond. Goldschmidt scoops it out of the dirt, and that is the third out of the inning. And the Marlins go down in order. Coming up to bat is going to be Giancarlo Stanton, Jazz Chisholm, and Paul Goldschmidt. So we have two former Miami Marlins coming back home. Let's see what they can do in the new stadium. For those of you that are just joining, we're headed to the top of the second. Score is 0-0. Hey, John the Beagle Dad, what are you up to? Appreciate you joining the stream. If you haven't, please hit the like button and share this channel out. And if you're watching in the background and you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. No, Graham, you are not imagining. His fastball is only running in there between 91 and 92, so he's a couple miles off. But I think once he warms up, the velocity will get back up to where it normally is. Hey, D-Train, welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you being here. Like I said, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. Appreciate y'all taking time out of your busy Friday evening to listen to a little bit of Yankee baseball. A little bit excited today with the new look Yankees coming up to play this three-game set in Miami. See what all our new acquisitions can do. And Junk sets, and the first pitch is a slider. It's off the plate, but called strike one. Count is 0-1. Stanton is hitting .270 on the season with 8 home runs, 23 RBIs, and an .855 OPS. And the pitch is a slider off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Stanton looks like he's got the gladiator look. Junk sets and he fires, and Stanton fouls this one straight into the backstop. Count is now 1-2. Let's go Yankees. Duck is walking around the rubber. He sets and fires, and the pitch is down to the dirt. Count is even 2-2. Lollipop curve was never in the strike zone. Jazz Chisholm is on deck. And Junk sets and fires, and Stanton swings and misses the pitch for a strikeout. So that is the first out of the inning. All right, SGA, good to hear. 2 runners on base for the Giants, nobody out. And the pitch is on the way to Jazz, and he fouls it off. Count is 0-1. Junk sets and fires, and Jazz fouls this one straight back. Going to make it into the stands. Count is 0-2. And Jazz sets, or Junk sets and fires, and the pitch is a changeup off the plate. Count is 1-2. Jazz is hitting 245 on the season, 18 home runs, 49 RBIs, and an 814 OPS. And Jazz takes time out. And the pitch is on the way, and the ball is hit to left field, but Stowers is charging, and he makes the play. That is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. Goldie is hitting 282 on the season, 8 home runs, 38 RBIs, and a 756 OPS. Junk sets and fires, and the pitch catches the outside corner for call, strike one. And Junk sets, and the pitch is further off the plate. Count is ball, or the count is the ball. Pitch is a ball. Count is what and what. So the Giants have a 2-0 lead over the Mets and is looking good. Junk sets and he fires, and the pitch catches the inside corner. Count is 1-2. Goldie takes time out. And Junk sets and he fires, and Goldschmidt fouls this one off, and it's going to make the stands. Count is going to remain 1-2. Junk is 26 pitches deep into this game. And Junk sets and he fires a sweeper that is down low. Count is evened at deuce. Junk sets and the pitch bounces in front of the plate. Count is now 3-2. Count is full. Junk sets and fires, and Goldie fouls this one back, and we're going to reset and do it again. And the pitch paints the bottom of the quarter for call, strike three, and that's going to retire the side. So the Yankees go down in order. For those of you just joined the stream, we are headed to the bottom of the second. Score is 0-0. Coming up to bat is going to be Lopez, Myers, and Stowers. Stowers was the Marlins All-Star representative this season or this year. Winner, chicken dinner. For those of you just joining the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And for those watching in the background who haven't commented, if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to our channel. We do play-by-plays almost every day with the exception of Wednesdays, bowling league night. And we have open panels on Tuesdays and Thursdays and periodic pre-series reviews. Hey, Justin, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here, brother. And Rodon sets, and the pitch paints the outside corner for call. Strike one. Hey, Jake, welcome to the stream. Count is 0-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the changeup is high and outside. Count is evened at 1-1. Lopez is hitting .251 on the season, 11 home runs, 55 RBIs, and a 711 OPS. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is on the way. It is called. Strike two. Nice little slider. Count is 1-2. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is chopped foul. Count is going to remain 1-2. Well, some of the not hitting early is unfamiliarity with pitchers. And the pitch is a slider that is inside. Count is now even at deuce. Rodon sets. And the pitch is on the way, and Lopez fouls the pitch straight back. Count is going to remain deuce. And the pitch is hit to Volpe. Volpe fires across the diamond to Goldschmidt for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Myers. And Rodon sets and fires a beautiful slider that catches the outside portion of the plate for call. Strike one. Myers is hitting .254 on the season, 5 home runs, 25 RBIs, and a 625 OPS. And the pitch is hit to deep center, but Grisham is back on the track, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Dowers. And the first pitch from Rodon catches the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is a sinker inside. Count is evened out 1-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Dowers takes time out, steps out of the box. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike three, and that is going to be 3 up and 3 down. Both pitchers are handling business, 6 up and 6 down. Coming up for the Yankees in the top of the third is going to be Ryan McMahon, Anthony Volpe, and Austin Wells. Let's go, Yankees. Yeah, Stowers, I think, has the second highest batting average in the National League. I was looking over the stat boards, and there are only 8 players that are hitting 300 in the majors this season. 7 of them are in the American League. Yeah, 99. We've noted that. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, 99. I think once he gets warmed up, the velocity will go up. He hasn't been relying heavily. No, I'm not worried. He's not been relying heavily on the four seamer. And the pitch to McMahon is a four seamer call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch from Stowers is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-2. Stowers sets and he fires, and the fastball is just off the plate. Count is 1-2. Junk sets and he fires, and the pitch is grounded to the second baseman, who flips it to first for the to Wagaman for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Anthony Volpe. And the first pitch to Volpe is a sweeper just a bit high. Count is 1-0. Volpe's hitting 215 on the season, 16 home runs, 58 RBIs, and a 697 OPS. Junk sets and fires, and this one is a towering elevator shaft pop up, and that is handled by Wagman for the second out. Austin Wells coming up to bat. Wells is hitting 212 on the season, 15 home runs, 56 RBIs, and a 699 OPS. And the pitch from Junk is grounded to Wagaman, who steps on the plate. So that is another one of my personal pet peeves, a one pitch, one out. We are through 2.5 innings, and there has not been a base runner on base yet. Coming up in the bottom of the third is Wagaman, Sanoa, and Marseille. I believe Marseille, the center fielder, is making his major league debut today. Not many people have seen this guy, and not worried about the 9 up and 9 down. They've already got one look at him. We'll see what they do next time through. For those of you just joining the stream, we are headed to the bottom of the third. The score is 0-0. Wagaman, Sanoa, and Marseille are coming up to bat. There have not been any base runners thus far. If you have not hit the like button, share the channel out. If you're not subscribed, consider becoming a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family. We do play-by-plays here every day with the exception of Wednesdays. Wagaman is coming up. He's hitting .235, 5 home runs, 34 RBIs, and a .623 OPS. And the pitch is on the way. It is a slider called strike one. Count is 0-1. Rodon sets, and he brings the pitch. It is a changeup that is just a little bit low. Count is evened at 1-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the 93-mile-an-hour fastball is down low. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is hit to left field, and Dominguez is chasing it in the corner, and he makes the play for the first out. Beautiful catch by Dominguez in foul territory. The camera angle was really bad, and he got it. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is on the way. It is 4-seam fastball call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Sanoa is hitting .240 on the season with 1 home run. And the pitch is down low just a bit. Count is 1-1. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is hit foul down the first base line. Count is 1-2. Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is not check swinged, and it is called strike three for the second out of the inning. And as I thought, this is Marseille's major league debut. And the pitch is a sinker down low for ball one. Count is 1-0. Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is hit foul down the first base line. Count is evened at 1-1. D-Train, he has improved in defense. He's doing well. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch paints the outside corner for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. And Rodon sets, and the slider is way off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is just off the plate. Count is now 3-2. Marseille takes time out. And Rodon sets and fires, and the fastball, 94 mph, is just off the plate. Count is, that is ball 4, and Marseille's first big league plate appearance results in a walk. For those of you just hopping in, please hit the like button, share the channel out. Xavier Edwards is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night. And Rodon sets, and Edwards shows bunt. Pitch is just a bit high. Foul ball 1. And Rodon sets. Fires a slider that is right down the heart of Broadway, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-1. And Rodon sets. Checks on the rudder at first and fires the pitch down low. Count is 2-1. And Rodon sets. And he fires the pitch, and that one is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 2-2. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. The swing is checked. Count is going to go 3-2. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain 3-2. Rodon is 47 pitches deep into this game. And Rodon sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for the strikeout. So that is no runs, no hits, no errors, and there is a runner left on base. With 3 down in the books, the score is 0-0, headed to the top of 4. Coming up to bat for the Yankees is going to be Trent Grisham, Jason Dominguez, and Cody Bellinger. Well, D-Train, these guys are seeing him for the first time for the most part. And I think they'll be a little bit more at ease. One thing to note is this guy has only walked 5 batters. So he is always around the plate. For those of you just joining our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees, the Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And the first pitch from Junk is on the way, and it is a changeup off the plate. Count is 1-0. Grisham is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. And Junk sets, and the pitch is off the plate, but it is called strike one. Count is 1-1. And Grisham hammers this ball into right field. It is going to bounce off the wall, and he is going to have a long single. Myers fires the ball back into second base. So that is the Yankees' first runner. Well, D Train, there wasn't truly a spot for Stroman on the team. And the first pitch is swung on and missed by Dominguez. Count is 0-1. Dominguez is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. And the slider is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Dominguez. And Junk sets. Checks on the runner at first. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a four-seamer up and away. Count is 1-2. And Dominguez grounds the ball through the right side of the infield. So Grisham is going to stop at second. Stires throws the ball into second. So the Yankees have runners at first and second with nobody out. Cody Bellinger coming up to bat. Can Bellinger keep the train rolling? And Junk sets and fires, and the pitch is a slider right down the heart of Broadway. Call strike one. Junk sets and fires, and the changeup is down low. Count is evened at 1-1. And Junk sets and fires, and the pitch is hammered down the first baseline. Foul. Count is 1-2. And Cody takes time out. Junk sets and he fires, and the pitch is foul down the first base line. Count is still 1-2. Junk sets and fires, and Bellinger fouls this one down the first base line again. Count is going to remain 1-2. And Junk sets. And the changeup is pop foul down the third base line. Count remains 1-2. As we head to the seventh pitch of the at bat, Junk is now at 50 pitches. And he sets and fires, and Bellinger hammers this one down the right field line. And it is going to be caught on the track. And Dominguez tags and advances to third. Or Grisham tags and goes to third. Bellinger just missed a freaking 3-run blast. It got just a bit on his hands. Pulled his hands in and hit the ball off the label. So the Yankees have runners at first and third with one out. Are we going to be able to push the run across the plate? Big Giancarlo Stanton up to bat, and the first pitch is on the way, and Dominguez takes off, and he is in there safe, stealing second base. And the ball is called strike one. And Junk sets, and he fires the pitch. It is a fastball off the plate. Count is even at 1-1. Stanton is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in the second. And the pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is now 2-1. And the pitch to Stanton is a slider that is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 2-2. And the pitch is hammered to left field, and that one is going, and gone. That is a bullet 3-run home run by Giancarlo Stanton. Welcome home to Lone Depot Park, his former home in Miami, and he hands the Yankees a 3-0 lead. That is Stanton's 9th home run of the year. It was a freaking laser shot. Coming up to bat is Jazz Chisholm. And Junk sets and fires the first pitch in there to Jazz down low. And Junk sets, and the pitch is on the way right down the heart of Broadway. Called strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. And Jazz swings on a curveball down in the dirt. Count is 1-2. Come on, Jazz. Competitive at bats, brother. Junk sets and fires, and the fastball is way up high out of the strike zone. Count is evened at deuce deuce. Pitch is on the way, and Jazz hits it sharply down the first base line. Count is going to remain deuce deuce. And Junk sets and brings the pitch, and Jazz chops this down towards the second baseman. Flip to Wagaman for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. And Junk sets, fires, and the four seamer is called strike one on the outside corner. Count is 0 and 1. And the pitch is on the way, and Goldie fouls it off. Count is 0 and 2. And Junk sets, pitch is on the way, and it is a slider way off the plate. Count is 1 and 2. And the pitch is on the way, and Goldie fouls this one off. Count is going to remain 1 and 2 as he heads to the fifth pitch of the at bat. Junk sets and fires, and the pitch is called strike three inside corner of the plate. So that is the second at bat. He is called out on strikes. So the Yankees end up having 3 hits in the inning, scoring 3 runs, and gives the Yankees a 3-0 lead. Coming up to bat is Ramirez, Hernandez, and Lopez. For those of you just joining the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button and share this channel out. If you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing and becoming a member. We call play-by-plays here almost every day, with the exception of Wednesdays, which happens to be my league bowling night. And the first pitch from Rodon is a slider just up to Ramirez. Count is 0-1 or 1-0. Ramirez is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in the first inning. And the next pitch is a slider just a bit low. Count is 2-0. Rodon sets and fires. And the changeup is just a bit outside. Count is 3-0. All right, Carlos, it's not time to give anything back. Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is inside. So that is a 4-pitch walk and Rodon's second walk of the game. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Hernandez is 0 for 1 on the night. He grounded out in the first inning. Rodon sets and fires, and he paints the inside corner. The ball is foul tipped into Wells' glove. Count is 0-2. Rodon sets and he fires, and the pitch is fouled down the third base line. Count remains 0-2. And Rodon sets. Fastball is hit sharply down the third base line. Foul. Count is going to remain 0-2. And Rodon throws over to first. Ramirez is back standing up. First disengagement. Rodon sets, and the slider is just a bit high and off the plate. Count is 1-2. And Rodon sets and brings the pitch, and it is fouled off. Got a little bit of Wells. Count is 1-2. Umpires giving Wells a little bit of time to recover. And Rodon sets. And the fastball is just off the plate. Count is going to go to 2-2. Rodon sets and fires, and the slider is down to the dirt. Count is now full, 3-2. Rodon is 60 pitches deep into the game. And Rodon sets and he fires, and the pitch is hammered foul down the third base line. Count is going to remain 3-2, heading to the ninth pitch of the at bat. And Rodon sets and paints the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike 3. Hernandez was walking back to the dugout as the pitch painted the strike zone. He knew he got called. So that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Otto Lopez. And Rodon sets, and he brings the first pitch, a fastball that paints the inside corner. Count is 0-1. Lopez is 0 for 1 with a ground out in the second inning. And Rodon sets and fires, and the slider just misses down low. Count is 1-1. It's 1-1 right now. And the pitch is down low. And Ramirez still second base. He stole that one on Rodon. Count is now 2-1. And the four-seamer is just a bit down. Count is now 3-1. Rodon's pitch count is 66 pitches. And Rodon sets, and he fires, and he paints the outside corner for call, strike 2. Count is 3-2. And Rodon sets. And the pitch is all the way, swung on and missed for a call, strike 3. So that is Rodon's 6th strikeout of the night. Myers is up to bat. And Rodon tries to pick Ramirez off a second. Ramirez is back standing up, so I'm not really sure why he threw that one. Myers is 0 for 1 on the night with a flyout in the second inning. Rodon sets, and he fires, and the four-seamer is off the plate. Another 95-mile-an-hour fastball. So he's got his velocity up there where it normally is. And Rodon sets, checks on the runner at second, and the runner goes to third. And Ramirez steals third base. And I don't know. I think the umpire blew the call because that was definitely in the strike zone. Count is 2-0. And there is a mound visit. Wells is walking out there. Myers is stepping back into the box. And Rodon sets. And the pitch is on the way, and that paints the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike one. Count is 2-1. And Rodon sets. Brings a four-seamer, and it is just a bit low. Count is 3-1. For those of you just joining the stream, if you could, please hit the like button and share the channel out. If you're not members of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Rodon sets and fires and paints the bottom of the strike zone for strike two. The count is now full. 3-2. Rodon sets and he fires, and the pitch is down low for ball four. So Myers is taking his gear off and heading to first base. So the Marlins have runners at first and third with two outs. Rodon is at 74 pitches. Stowers is up to bat. 0 for 1. And the pitch is a slider that is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Stowers is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in the second. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. Stowers calls timeout. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is a slider just a bit low for ball one. Count is 1-2. Hey, Joe. Welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you being here. For those of you just joining, the Yankees, we are in the bottom of the fourth. The Yankees are leading 3-0. Marlins have runners at first and third with two outs. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. So Rodon has 7 strikeouts on the game. Marlins have not gotten a hit, but they leave 2 runners on, courtesy of the 2 free passes from Rodon. As we head to the top of 5, coming up to bat is Ryan McCann, Anthony Volpe, and Austin Wells. And for those of you just hopping in the stream, please hit the like button and share this channel out. If you are not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. We do play-by-plays here every day with the exception of Wednesdays. We do open panels where the chat members are given the link and able to come up on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we have periodic pre-series reviews as necessary. And the first pitch from Junk is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Count is 0-1 to McMahon. And Junk sets, and the pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered to center field. But Marcy is going to make the play for the first out of the inning. Anthony Volpe is coming up to bat. Volpe is 0 for 1 on the night with a foul out in the third. First pitch from Junk is in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is out of the strike zone, but Volpe fouls it off. Count is 0-2. Junk sets and he fires the ball, bounces in the dirt. Count is 1-2. And Junk sets and he fires in. Volpe grounds this one through the left side of the infield. So that is going to be a base hit for Anthony Volpe. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. And the first pitch from Wells is a high fly ball. And it is in shallow right field. Myers makes the play for the second out of the inning. Another damn one pitch, one out. Junk is at 74 pitches on the night. Grisham is 1 for 2 on the night with a single in the fourth, and he scored our first one. Hey, Corky, how you doing? If you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. If you enjoy play-by-plays, we do them almost every night. And the pickoff attempt on Wells is unsuccessful. He's back in head first. And Junk sets. Volpe takes off. The pitch is called strike one, but Volpe steals second base with no throw. Now we have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And the pitch to Grisham is down low. Count is evened at 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and Wells fouls this off. Count is now 1-2 on Grisham. Janson Dominguez on deck. Junk sets and fires, and this one is fouled off into the left field stands. Count is going to remain 1-2. And Junk sets and fires, and the pitch is down in the dirt. Count is even at 2-2. And Junk sets and fires, and the changeup is off the plate. Count is now 3-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Grisham fouls this one off. Count is going to remain 3-2. Junk is now at 81 pitches in the game. And Junk sets and fires, and this one is fouled off once again as we head to the ninth pitch of the at bat. Grisham has timeout. He's back in the box. And Junk fires, and the pitch is way down low for ball 4. Grisham is stripping his gear and heading to first base. Coming up to bat is Anthony Dominguez, or Jason Dominguez. He's 1 for 2 on the night with a single, a run scored, and a stolen base. Hey, Corky, how you doing? And the pitch to Dominguez is lined into right field, and that is going to score Volpe. Grisham is going to advance to third. So that is an RBI single for Dominguez, and the score is now 4-0 Yankees. And there is little to no doubt in my mind that Dominguez is going to steal second base sometime during Bellinger's at bat. Ducks on the pond, Cody. Time to drive a couple in. And Junk sets, and the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 1. Bellinger is 0 for 2 on the night with 2 flyouts. And Junk sets and hits the ball foul. Count is now 0-2. Bellinger is one of the few players in the league that actually has a 2-hit, 2-strike approach. Count is 0-2 on Bellinger, and Junk sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. And there goes Dominguez. He steals second base without a throw. So the Yankees are just teeing off on Augustine Ramirez, our former farmhand. Now the Yankees have runners at second and third, and Bellinger hammers this ball foul down the first base line. Count is going to remain 1-2. Ducks on the pond, Cody, bring him in, baby. And Junk sets. And the pitch is hit down into right field. That is a base hit. Grisham scores. Dominguez scores. And the Bellinger is going to advance to second. So the Yankees now lead 6-0. Yeah, Myers threw a freaking howitzer shot over the catcher's head. And up to bat is Giancarlo Stanton. And the pitch is a sweeper that is off the plate but called strike one. Count is 0-1. And Junk sets, and the pitch is another slider. This time it is down low. Count is evened at 1-1. Looks like Belzaro is warming up in the pen. And the pitch is a sweeper down low. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is hammered back foul into the backstop. Count is 2-2. Dunk is being cautious to Stanton. And the pitch is a sweeper off the plate. Count is now full 3-2. Jazz Chisholm is on deck. And the pitch is swung on and missed by Stanton for strike three. And that is going to do it. But the Yankees add 3 more runs on 3 hits, and there is a runner left on base. Yankees take a 6-0 lead. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the fifth is Wagman, Sanoa, and Marseille. And a report from Graham: the Jays are down 7-1 into the Royals. Chance for us to be 2.5 games out of the division lead. Outstanding. And for those of you that are here, if you haven't hit the like button, please consider hit the like button. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. So how are we feeling about the new look Yankees? Rodon's pitch count is up, so it's going to be interesting to see how the new acquisitions for the bullpen are going to be deployed by Boone tonight. Looking at the pitch chart, Bednar and Bird have not pitched in several days, so they are definitely available. I do not think that Weaver. Yeah, Graham, I don't think that they're going to hold on. They did extremely well against us, but they have not played outstanding ball against anyone else. Well, a lot of other teams. And the four seam fastball to Wagaman is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is a four seamer down low. Count is now 2-0. Wagaman is 0 for 1 with a flyout. Pitch is off the plate. Count is now 3-0. Rodon is at 81 pitches. And the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Count is 3-1. And the next pitch is a bit low, but it is called strike two. Count is now full. Wagaman is taking time out. Rodon sets, and the pitch is on the way, and the ball is a line drive into left field. Dominguez fields it and shoots it into second. That is the first base hit for the Marlins tonight. Coming up to bat is Sanoa. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is fouled straight back. Count is 0-1. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is a changeup down low. Count is 1-1. And the umpires are calling timeout for some reason. Looks like there's a pitch com problem with Rodon. And Rodon makes a pickoff attempt at first. Wagaman is back in standing up. Yeah, Graham, I think you're right. This is probably Rodon's last inning. I think he'll make it through it, especially with the 6-run lead. And the pitch is hit to right field. And shit, this one is gone. Just inside the foul pole. So that is a 2-run home run for Sanoa. And the score is now 6-2 Yankees. That left the bat at 94.9 miles an hour and went 361 feet. And Rodon sets. First pitch to Marcy is inside for ball one. And Rodon sets and fires and paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Rodon sets and fires, and the fastball is in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. And the pitch paints the outside corner for call. Strike three for the first out of the inning. Xavier Edwards is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2 on the night. Now, grab it's not time to get him. Got to give him the opportunity. And it looks like Loizaga is warming up. He's the first one out of the hopper. Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. The count is 0-1. Edwards is 0 for 2 on the night with a line out and a strikeout. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is a changeup just off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Rodon sets, and he fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-2 on Edwards. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is evened at 2-2. And Rodon sets, and Edwards fouls this one back. Looks like it got Wells' hand. Count is going to remain 2-2. And Rodon sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 3-2. Come on, Carlos. You can get through this. Rodon sets and fires, and that is down low for ball 4. Augustine Ramirez is coming up to bat. Blake is coming out to the mound. Give him a little bit of a breather. Rodon sets, and he brings the slider that catches the outside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Hey, Carlton, welcome to the stream. And a pickoff attempt on Edwards is unsuccessful. And Rodon sets, brings the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Rodon sets. The changeup is swung on and hit foul. Count is going to remain 0-2. Carlton, if you are not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, I ask you to consider subscribing. If not, hit the like button and share this channel out. And the 0-2 is fouled off again. Still 0-2. Yep, Wells got hit in the mask with the bat. And Rodon sets. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. That is Rodon's 9th strikeout of the night. Rodon's pitch count is at 103. Coming up to bat is Hernandez. Hernandez is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout. And Rodon sets, and the pitch is just a bit low. Count is 1-0. And Rodon sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is 2-0. Rodon, stop overthrowing. You're pulling pitches because you're overthrowing, rotating your hips through. Come on, brother. You got it in you for one more out. Rodon sets, and the pitch is down low. Count is 3-0. Rodon sets, and the pitch is inside for ball 4. And here comes Boone. Boone is going to end up putting the hook on Rodon. It looks like Loizaga is going to come in the game. Lord have mercy. I will be back in just a moment. Well, Graham, God's honest truth. When his velocity started upticking to 96 and 97, you could tell he was trying to empty the tank out. But he didn't have control of the strike zone at that point. I mean, he struck out 9 people on the evening, so his pitch count definitely got elevated by that, and some of the long at bats didn't help him out. It happens, but we do have a boatload of relief. So the newly configured bullpen is going to start getting stressed at this point on. Otto Lopez is coming up to bat. And the first pitch from Loizaga is a cutter way outside. Count is 1-0. Lopez is 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a strikeout. And Loizaga sets, and the pitch flips him. So bases are going to be juiced full of Marlins. Uh-oh. It looks like they're I don't know, it might have hit the handle of his bat. All right. They're giving him first base. So looks like there's going to be a pinch hitter for Myers. Looks like Liam Hicks is coming into the game. So the tying run is coming up to bat. Hicks is hitting 259 on the season, 4 home runs, 34 RBIs, 729 OPS. And Loizaga sets and fires a sinker right down the heart of Broadway. Count is 0-1. And Loizaga sets and fires, and the pitch is chop foul. Count is 0-2. And Loizaga sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is way outside. Count is 1-2. And Loizaga come through and bail Rodon out. And he sets. And the pitch is out of the way, and it is just tipped foul. Hicks just got a piece of that one to stay alive. That's good news, SJ. And Loizaga sets, and the curveball is down low. Count is now 2-2. Deuce, deuce. Where is the goose? Come on, lasagna. Let's get it done. And Loizaga sets, and this pitch is looped into center field for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. Lopez goes to third. So the score is now 6-4. Coming up to bat is Kyle Stowers. And Loizaga sets and fires, and this is a line drive to McMahon. He snares it and fires across the double or the diamond to Goldschmidt for the third out of the inning. McMahon caught that on a short hop past him and he snared it. Fires a strike to Goldschmidt to end the inning. Coming up to bat in the top of the sixth is going to be Jazz Chisholm, Paul Goldschmidt, and Ryan McMahon. Yeah, that was a hell of a play by McMahon. Actually, having a third baseman is such a plus. And it looks like Valente Palazzo is coming in to relieve Junk. Hey, CT, how's it going? Bioso sets, and the first pitch is all the way, and it is a four-seamer down low. Jazz is 0 for 2 on the night with a flyout and a ground out. Palazzo sets and he fires, and the pitch is hit to center field. This one is deep, but it is not deep enough, and Marcy is going to make the play on the warning track for the first out of the inning. Up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is a cutter off the plate. Count is 1-0. This guy obviously has no velocity. His fastball is 88 miles an hour. Goldie is 0 for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts. And the pitch is off the plate, but it is called strike 1. Well, I mean, his start is a start. He had 9 strikeouts. His pitch count was elevated mainly because of that. And Belazzo sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is now 2-1. And Belazzo sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off by Goldie. Count is now 2-2. And Belazzo sets and fires, and the pitch catches the inside corner for call, strike 3. That is the second out of the inning. Ryan McMahon is coming up to bat. And the first pitch is on the way. It is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 1. Man is 0 for 2 on the night with a flyout and a groundout. Belazzo sets and fires, and the pitch is just down low. Count is evened up at 1-1. And Belazzo sets, and the pitch is in there for call, strike 2. Count is 1-2. And Bioso sets, and he fires, and the pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is now deuce. And the pitch is on the way. It is off the plate. Count is now 3-2. And it looks like Hedrick is warming up in the pen. And the pitch is down low, but it is called strike 3. Heading to the bottom of the 6th is going to be Wagaman, Sanoa, and Marseille. So Alonso homers. Giants still have the lead 3-1. What inning's the game in, SGA? Top of the 8th. So the question is, are the Giants going to break their 6-game losing streak? For those of you just joining the stream, we are headed to the bottom of the 6th. Yankees have a 6-4 lead. Coming up to bat is Wegelman. Looks like there's going to be a pitching change. Brent Hedrick is coming in to relieve Jonathan Loizaga. For those of you that are just joining the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. We call play-by-plays here every night except for Wednesdays, league bowling night. And we do open panels on Tuesdays and Thursdays to talk baseball. And I have periodic pre-series reviews. And the first pitch from Hedrick is in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And Hedrick fires a splitter off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. Hedrick fires and he misses off the plate. Count is now 2-1. And the pitch is swung on and fouled off. Count is now deuce. Flagman is 1 for 2 on the night with a single in the fifth and a run scored. Hedrick steps off the mound to grab the rosin bag. Batter is out of the box, has timeout granted. And Hedrick sets and he fires, and the pitch is just fouled off. Count is going to remain deuce. And the pitch is hit to the third baseman. McMahon fields it cleanly and fires across the diamond to Goldschmidt to record the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Noah. Noah is 1 for 2 on the night with a 2-run homer, a strikeout, and an RBI. And Hedrick sets, and the pitch is on the way. Sanoa shows bunt, and it is bunted to Hedrick. Hedrick fires to first and gets him for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Marseille. This is his major league debut, and the first pitch is a four-seamer out of the strike zone for ball one. Marseille is looking for his first major league hit. Hedrick sets and fires, and the pitch is in there for call, strike one. Count is even at 1-1. Looks like Jake Bird is warming up in the bullpen. Hedrick sets and fires a slider that is down low and away. Count is now 2-1. And it looks like left-handed pitcher Simpson is warming up for the Marlins. And Hedrick sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call, strike two. Count is 2-2. Marseille is 0 for 1 on the night with a walk in the third inning and a strikeout. Hedrick sets and fires, and this one is a towering pop up. And Wells blows the catch. So that is an error on Wells. Marseille takes a ball outside. Count is now full, 3-2. And Marseille calls timeout. Granted, a little bit late because Hedrick was in his windup. And Hedrick sets and fires, and the pitch is up and in for ball 4. So the Marlins have 2 outs with a runner at first base, and Xavier Edwards is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2 on the night with a walk and a run scored in the 5th inning. Hedrick sets and fires, and the pitch is called strike 1. I think that one was a little bit off the plate. Hedrick sets, checks on the runner at first, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. Count is 1-1. Hedrick sets and fires, and Edwards fouls this one off. Count is 1-2. Edwards takes time out. Pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. Marseille was taken off. Marcy had 47 stolen bases at AAA to lead the International League. And the pitch is on the way, and the ball is a line drive, but right at Bellinger for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and a runner left on base as we head to the top of the 7th. Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells, and Trent Grisham are coming up to bat. And Bioso sets the pitch, and Volpe hammers the ball to left field. So that is a leadoff single for Anthony Volpe. Austin Wells is coming up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a fly out. He also sets, and the cutter is inside for ball one. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is a changeup that catches the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike one. Count is 1-1. And Wells hits a line drive off the glove of the third baseman. And Volpe is going to advance to third base. So we have runners at first and third with no outs. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, runner in scoring runner in scoring position. So can Trent get it done? Infield is in. First pitch from Beloso is a changeup off the plate. Count is 1-0. Grisham is 1 for 2 on the night with a single, a walk, and 2 runs. Scored. Wells takes his lead. And the pitch is just up out of the strike zone. Count is 2-0. Beloso sets, and the pitch is fouled down the third base line. Count is 2-1. And Beloso sets, and the pitch is a changeup just off the plate. Count is now 3-1. And the pitch is on the way, and Grisham fouls it off. Count is going to go 3-2. Hey, John, welcome back. Appreciate you joining the stream. If you didn't previously, please hit the like button and share this channel out. Beloso sets and fires, and this one is hammered foul. Actually, never mind. It is going, and gone. That is a 3-run home run for Trent Grisham. The Yankees jump out to a 9-4 lead. That is Grisham's 19th home run of the season. A career high for Trent. Coming up to bat is Jason Dominguez. And the pitch is on the way, and it is call ball one, up and away. And Beloso sets, and he fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is on the way, and Dominguez swings at the cutter. Count is 2-1. Dominguez is 2 for 3 on the night. And Dominguez fouls the pitch off. Count is evened up at 2-2. Beloso sets and fires, and the pitch is down and inside. Count is now full, 3-2. Pitch is on the way, and Dominguez hits a line drive into right field. Cody Bellinger coming up. Bellinger steps out of the Booth family. Please consider subscribing. John, you have missed a lot. And this pitch is hammered to center field, but Marcy is going to make the play on the track. And that is the first out of the inning, and Dominguez returns back to first base. You missed some clutch hitting, some home runs, 9 strikeouts from Rodon, although he didn't make 5 innings. Stanton is up to bat. He's 1 for 3 on the night with a 3-run homer. And the first pitch from Beloso is a cutter call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. And Beloso sets. Pitch is a cutter off the plate. Actually, it might have been a sweeper. Count is evened at 1-1. And it looks like Jake Bird will be the next one out of the hopper, his first Yankee appearance, coming in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch is on the way, and this is a towering fly ball to center field. Marseille is tracking it, and he is going to put it away for the second out. Well, Sean, Stanton is on back-to-back home runs. Stepping up to the plate is Jazz Chisholm, 0 for 3 on the night with a ground out and 2 strikeouts. And Beloso sets, and this ball is grounded by Edwards, but throw is high, and Jazz is going to beat it out. And that is a base hit. Dominguez is going to advance to second base. So the Yankees have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Beloso sets. Goldschmidt is up to bat, and the pitch is a fastball up for ball 1. Goldschmidt has the hat trick tonight with 3 called strike 3 looking strikeouts. And the next pitch is a sweeper that is up out of the strike zone. Count is 2-0. Well, John, it looks like you're going to be here in time to see some of these new guys pitch. And the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike 1. Count is 2-1. Loso sets it, fires at Goldschmidt, fouls the pitch off, never bide. It's catcher's interference, and Rivera's got the glove clipped. So that is going to be an error on Augustine Ramirez. And the bases are now juice full of Yankees with Ryan McMahon coming up to bat. McMahon is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Well, Shad, I'm here calling the game for you. And it looks like a mound visit is coming. And it looks like Gibson is warming up for the Mariners. Gibson is a left-handed pitcher. Have a good night, John. Appreciate you hopping in and catching the stream. For those of you that are just arriving, please hit the like button and share this channel out. If you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing, especially if you like hearing play-by-plays. And Beloso fires, and the cutter is up high for ball 1. Count is 1-0. McMahon has a ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout on the evening. And Beloso sets, and the pitch is just off the plate. Count is 2-0. Can Ryan come through and blow this game out? Beloso sets, and the pitch is hit to center field. Marseille is under it, and he is going to make the play for the third out of the inning, but not before the Yankees add a 3 spot on a 3-run Trent Grisham home run. And the score is 9-4 as we head to the bottom of 7. Augustine Ramirez, Hernandez, and Otto Lopez are coming up to bat. And Jake Bird is going to be making his Yankees debut tonight. He has a 4.73 ERA with a 2.7, and the pitch is in there for call, strike one. 40, 85 mile an hour sweeper. And Bird sets and he fires, and the sweeper is fouled off. Count is 0-2 on Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 2 on the night with a walk in the fourth and 2 stolen bases. And Bird sets and fires, and the pitch is just a bit low. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is hit to right field, and it bounces off the right field wall. Bellinger shoots it into Jazz, and he holds Ramirez to a single. So the Marlins have a runner, their leadoff hitter, on base. Coming up to bat is Hernandez. Hernandez is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout, a walk, and a run scored. And the first pitch is a sinker inside for ball one. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is a sweeper in there for call, strike one. Count is 1-1. Hernandez is 0 for 2 with a walk in the fifth inning. And the sweeper is a call, strike two on the outside corner. Count is 1-2. Bird sets and fires, and the sweeper is way off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. On deck is Otto Lopez. And the pitch is waved at and missed for strike three. And that is the first out of the inning and first out for Bird and his first strikeout as a Yankee. And Lopez takes a slider right down the heart of the plate for call, strike one. Lopez is 0 for 2 on the night with a hit by pitch in the fifth inning. And the sweeper is just off the plate. Count is 1-1. Bird sets and he fires, and the pitch is hammered into left field. Dominguez is going to field the ball, shoot it to third base, but not before Ramirez goes to third. Dominguez just made a mental error. He fired it into third base, allowing Lopez to advance to second base. Marlins have one out with runners at second and third. Hicks is coming up to bat. And Hicks takes a curveball in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And the sweeper is down low. Count is 1-1. Hicks came in as a pinch hitter in the fifth inning. He had a single and 2 runs. And the sweeper is in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. Hicks takes time out. And it looks like Bednar is warming up in the bullpen. And Bird fires a curveball that is just off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Bird sets and he fires the sweeper down low. Count is now 3-2. And the sweeper is fouled off down the first base line. Count is going to remain 3-2. And the sweeper is off the plate for ball 4. Bases are now going to be juiced full of Marlins. So the bases are loaded with 1 out, and Matt Blake is heading to the mound. This is not the debut that Bird wanted to have as a Yankee. Coming up to bat is Stowers. Stowers is 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And the meeting is broken up. And Bird sets and fires, and the curveball is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Bird sets, and the pitch is hit down the right field line. And this one is gone. That is a grand slam by Stowers. That brings the score to 9-8. And Boone is coming to put the hook on Bird.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
And looking at the play, Dominguez almost got that one. Well, well, well. And the first pitch from Bednar is outside for ball one. Count is 1-0. And Bednar sets, and the pitch is hit to Volpe. Volpe fires, throws to Goldschmidt for the first out of the inning. And Bednar sets, and the pitch is driven deep to left field. And that one is a home run. Tie game, 9-up. So the relief arms are not doing well tonight. Bird gave up a grand slam, and Bednar has given up a solo shot home run. And the game is now tied at 9-up. And the pitch is four-seamer just off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Bednar fires the four-seamer to Marcy, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-0. Bednar fires a curveball in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-2. Curveball is outside. Count is evened at 2-2. And that pitch is driven to right center field, and it is going to find the gap and make it to the wall. Marcy is rounding second and is going to have his first major league hit, a double. Edwards takes the pitch low and inside. Count is 1-0. And the curveball is down low. Count is 2-0. Bednar sets and fires, and the pitch is chopped to Volpe. Volpe mishandles it, and Edwards reaches first, so the Marlins have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Yeah, Melky, you guys are playing hard. Coming up to bat is Augustine Ramirez. For those of you that have just joined, if you haven't, please hit the like button. Share this channel out. And if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. And the runner goes, and the line drive is hit into left field. And Marcy is going to score. Edwards goes to third. And that is an RBI single by former Yankee farmhand Augustine Ramirez. They have come from behind to take a 10-9 lead. Hernandez is up to bat, and the first pitch is down low. Count is 1-0. The Marlins have scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Incredible. Bednar sets, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is a high pop-up. McMahon is underneath it, and he makes the play in foul territory, but not before the Marlins put 6 runs on the board to take a 10-9 lead. Coming up to bat is going to be Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells, and Trent Grisham. And looks like Lake Batcher is coming in to relieve uh, Palazzo. Backer has a 3.23 ERA. Opponents are hitting 204 against him. And the pitch to Volpe is in there for call, strike one. 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer that paints the bottom of the strike zone. Volpe is 2 for 3 on the night with 2 singles. And Batcher fires a slider that is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Backer sets and he fires, and the sweeper goes all the way back to the backstop. Count is 1-2. And Backer sets and he fires, and the pitch is down in the dirt. Count is 2-2. And Backer sets and he fires, and Volpe hits a shot. And this one is going, and gone. And Volpe ties this game up at 10-10. It looks like we're going to burn the house down tonight. That is Volpe's 17th home run on the season. Volpe's running the bases with a little bit of attitude there. And the first pitch to Wells is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way. It's a splitter call, strike two on the inside corner. Wells takes time out. He's back in the box. Botcher sets and fires, and the pitch is a bit down low. Count is 1-2. And Batcher sets. Pitch is on the way, and Wells fouls it off or strikes out. So he is down on strikes. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. And the first pitch is in there for call, strike one. And the pitch is fouled off of Ramirez. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is high and outside. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is high pop up to the left side. Paulie is going to make the play for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Janson Dominguez. And the first pitch is a splitter that is swung on and missed by Dominguez. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is right down the heart of Broadway. Count is 0-2. Dominguez has 3 hits on 4 at bats, 3 singles, 2 runs, an RBI, and 2 stolen bases. And the pitch is down in the dirt. Count is 1-2. And Bacher sets, brings the pitch, and it goes all the way to the backstop. Count is evened at 2-2. And Bacher sets, and the pitch bounces about 56 feet in front of the plate. Count is now 3-2. Bacher sets, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 3-2. Bacher sets and fires, and Dominguez fouls this one straight back. Count is going to remain 3-2 as we head to the 8th pitch of the at bat. Bacher sets, and he brings a pitch, and that is way off the plate for ball 4. So Dominguez is going to be on base for the 4th time of the night. Well, 99, you have an adjustment period. listening to the broadcast, Bednar gets hit hard in this stadium. Bellinger's up to bat. He's 1 for 4 on the night with a single and 2 runs. And the pitch is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is foul down the first line. Count is 0-2. So looks like Bender is warming up in the bullpen for the Marlins. And Bellinger takes time out. And Botcher sets and fires, and the runner goes, but it is fouled off. Bellinger breaks his bat. Dominguez was on his way to second. And Bacher sets, and he fires, and oh my God, pitches off the plate, and Bellinger is rung up on call, strike 3, but not before the Yankees bring a home run by Volpe to tie the score up at 10-10. Coming up in the bottom of the 8th is going to be Lopez, Hicks, and Stowers. Well, Bill, our 2 new acquisition pitchers have been giving up bombs. Jake Bird gave up a grand slam, and the Bednar came in and gave up some runs, and they ended up taking a 10-9 lead on us. Anthony Volpe just hit a solo shot home run to tie the score up at 10s. What pitcher is coming in? I have no damn idea. I certainly hope Bednar isn't out there again. So the new acquisition pitchers are definitely not having an auspicious beginning with their Yankee careers. For those of you that have just joined, please hit the like button and share this channel out. If you are not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, consider subscribing. We do play-by-plays here almost every day, with the exception of Wednesdays, my league bowling night. And we also have open panels on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we have pre-series reviews periodically when necessary. And Bednar is back on the mound, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1. And Bednar fires a 4-seamer that is off the plate but called strike 1. Bednar sets and fires, and the curveball is fouled off. Count is 1-2. Bednar sets, and he fires, and the curveball is down low. Count is deuce deuce. Lopez takes timeout. He is 1-for-3 on the night with a hit by pitch. And Bednar sets. And he fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 2-2. And Bednar paints the outside corner for call, strike 3. No. Jazz Chisholm. And Hicks is up to bat, and the curveball is in there for call, strike 1. Bednar and Bird both. And the pitch is a curveball down low. Count is evened at 1-1. Bednar sets, and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2 on Hicks. We've had Loizaga. All have given up runs. And the curveball is down low. The count is now 3-2 on Hicks. All right, Dave. Let's lock and load. Bednar sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 3-2. And it looks like Duvall is warming up in the bullpen. I don't know if I can take another pitching debut tonight. And Bednar sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 3-2 as we head to the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And Bednar sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for the strikeout. Down goes Hicks, and that is the second strikeout of the inning. Stowers hit a grand slam his last at bat, and Bednar fires a curveball that is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Ed Stowers takes timeout. Bednar fires, and the pitch is chopped to first base. Goldie is going to take it and flip to Bednar to record the third out of the inning. So Bednar has a bounce back inning, and he retires The Marlins in order. Coming up to bat in the top of the ninth is going to be Carlos Stanton, Jazz Chisholm, and Paul Goldschmidt. And it looks like Anthony Bender is coming in to relieve Batcher. Log at short 99. Ramirez is the worst catcher in baseball with regard to catching. We've stolen a truckload of bases against him. And the first pitch is a sweeper that is down low for ball one on Big G. Bender sets and fires. The sweeper is in there for call, strike one. Stanton is 1 for 4 on the night with a 3-run home run. And Bender sets and fires, and the sweeper is in there for call, strike two. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Stanton hits the ball to third base. Paulie fires across the diamond to Hicks to record the first out of the inning. For those of you just joining the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button and share this channel out. If you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, consider subscribing. Jazz Chisholm is coming up to bat. He's 1 for 4 on the night. And the first pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Looks like Ben Rice is coming out to pinch hit for Paul Goldschmidt. And the pitch is a slider off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. And Bender sets. Brings the pitch, and it is way off the plate. Count is now 2-1. And the pitch is, wow, should have been called a strike, but it's called ball. Count is 3-1. And Bender sets and fires a slider that Jazz swings over the top of it. Count is 3-2. It's over the top of it for strike 3. That is the second out of the inning. Ben Rice is pinch hitting for Paul Goldschmidt. And there is the pitching coach heading to the mound. I'm assuming to give a scouting report on Ben Rice. And Rice steps up to the plate. Rice is hitting .230 on the season, 16 home runs, 35 RBIs, and an .879 OPS. And the slider is inside to Rice. Count is 1-0. And Bender sets, and the slider is down low. Count is 2-0. Bender sets and fires, and the pitch is called strike 2. That pitch that you're talking about that has a lot of movement is a damn sinker. And the pitch, wow, it's off the plate and down low, and it's called strike 2. Count is deuce. And Bender sets, and Rice hammers this one into right field for a pinch hit single. And McMahon is coming up to bat. And it looks like Jose Caballero is coming in to pinch run for Ben Rice. McMahon is 0 for 4 on the night with a ground out, 2 flyouts, and a strikeout. And there is a pickoff attempt. And Bender sets. And the pitch is a sweeper outside for ball 1 to McMahon. Bender sets. And he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And Bender sets and makes a pickoff attempt on Caballero. That is the second disengagement. And Caballero takes off, and the pitch is in there for call, strike 2. Caballero steals second base. So now the Yankees have a runner in scoring position, and the 1-2 is a sweeper down low. Count is now 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is now 3-2, and Anthony Volpe is on deck. The outfield is playing shallow with McMahon up to bat. So it looks like they're going to try to cut down the go-ahead runner. And the sweeper is hammered into center field, and Caballero is going to score. McMahon comes up huge with an RBI single, and the Yankees take the lead 11-10. So the offensive pieces for the Yankees have come through tonight. Caballero with a stolen base and scoring on that McMahon single. And the first pitch to Volpe is way up high. Count is 1-0. Volpe is 3 for 4 on the night with 2 singles, a home run, 3 runs, and a stolen base. And Bender sets, and the sweeper is inside. Count is 2-0. For those of you joining the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. If not a member, please consider subscribing. And the sweeper catches the inside corner for call, strike 1. Count is now 2-1. Now the question is, who's going to play first base? And Volpe takes timeout. So the pitch is on the way, and the fly ball is going to center field. This is going deep, and it is going to hit off the wall. And McMahon is going to round the base and score. And Volpe is going to be in there with a double. That is Volpe's 4th hit of the night. And the Yankees take a lead 12-10. And coming up to bat is Austin Wells. And the first pitch into Wells is a slider called strike 1. And Bender sets, and he steps off. Man, I'm amazed that wasn't called a balk. And Bender sets, and the sweeper is down low. Count is 1-1. All right, Austin, it's time to do something and add another run to the click. Wells is 1 for 4 on the night with a single. And the pitch is on the way, and Volpe is in there stealing third base. That is Volpe's 14th stolen base. Count is 1-2 on Wells. And I think Volpe is out. Marlins are challenging the play, and I think this is going to be overturned, and Volpe is going to be called out at third. For those of you that are here, if you haven't subscribing to Yankees, The Ugly Truth, we do play Wednesday nights. This is definitely a log review from New York. The review has the call standing. Runner is safe at third. So Wells is going to come up to bat with a 1-2 count on him. And Bender sets, and the pitch is a fly ball to left center field. Sanoa is going to make the play for the third out of the inning, but not before the Yankees have 4 hits, score 2 runs to take a 12-10 lead on the Marlins. Heading to the bottom of the ninth is going to be Pauly, Sanoa, and Marseille. Looks like Doval is going to be coming in to try to make the save. So for those of you that are just joining the stream, please consider joining Yankees The Ugly Truth. And if you could, please hit that like button and share the channel out. Tomorrow we will be calling the game, which is at 4:10. We'll be going live at 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So come on out on your Saturday afternoon and listen to a little bit of baseball. After the game is over with, head over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe. Yeah, it should be Doval. Milo Doval replaces Bednar. Head on over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe for a post-game review. I want to thank everybody who has taken time to watch a little bit of baseball here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. Like I said, if you would, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth, especially if you like play-by-plays. We call games every day with the exception of Wednesdays, which happens to be my bowling night. And we have Tuesday, Thursday shows that have open panels so everybody can come up and speak their piece. We talk baseball, doesn't matter the team. And it looks like Bellinger is going to be playing first. Caballero is going out to play right field. And Oval sets. And he fires a slider that catches the top of the strike zone for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Paulie is hitting .218 on the season, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, and a .590 OPS. And the next pitch is a slider down low. Count is evened at 1-1. And Duvall sets, and he fires a cutter that catches the outside part of the plate. Call, strike two. Count is 1-2. That would came in at 98 miles an hour. And Duvall sets, and he brings the pitch, and this one is hit to Belly. Belly flips to Duvall to record the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Sanoa. He is 2 for 4 on the night. He has 2 home runs in this game. And Duvall sets, and the first pitch is a sinker in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And Duvall sets and fires a slider low and away. Count is evened at 1-1. And Duvall sets and fires, and the pitch is a lipped into left field. Dominguez is going to cut it off before it gets in the gap and is going to shoot it to second base. Sanoa records his 3rd hit of the game. Coming up to bat is the rookie Marseille. He recorded his first major league hit this evening, a double. He has 2 walks. And Duvall sets. And the pitch is a sinker call, ball one. I think that caught the outside of the plate. Count is 1-0. Duvall sets, and he fires, and the pitch is way out of the strike zone. Count is 2-0. And Duvall sets, and the pitch is in there for call, strike one. Nice little slider, 2-1. And Duvall makes a pickoff attempt at first. Keeps Sanoa close. He's back in, diving head first and safe. And Duvall sets, and the pitch is hammered right field line, but it is hooking foul. Count is now 2-2. He broke that one in on his hands. And of all sets. And the pitch is down low. Count is now full, 3-2. Xavier Edwards is on deck. Parsay takes timeout. And of all sets. And the 3-2 is fouled off. Count is going to remain 3-2. And of all sets. And the pitch is way inside. And he walks Marseille. So that is Marseille's third walk of the night. Now the tying runs are on base. Coming up to bat is Xavier Edwards. Edwards is 1 for 4 on the night. Edwards has a walk and a single and a run scored tonight. And of all sets, fires and the pitch breaks just inside. Count is 1-0. And of all sets. And the pitch is ground through to the right field. Oh my God. Caballero misses the ball. It gets past him, and 2 runs are going to score. And Edwards is going to go take it to third. Oh my goodness. What can you say? What can you say? And Blake is headed to the mound to talk to Duval. And for those of you here, if you have not hit the like button, please hit the like and share the channel out. If you're not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth, please consider subscribing. If you like play-by-plays, we definitely do those here. And it looks like the Yankees are going to go to 5 infielders. And former Yankee Augustine Ramirez is coming up to the plate. And the 1-0 is a sinker in for ball 1. Count is 2-0. Or 1-0, excuse me. And Duvall sets, and the pitch is fouled off in front of the plate. Count is 1-1. And Duvall sets and fires, and the pitch is just inside. Count is now 2-1. Those of you joining, if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. If you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. And the pitch is chopped in front of the plate. God's sakes, and the run is going to score. And the Marlins pull this one out 13-12. And the Yankees are going to end up losing 13-12. The ball was nubbed in front of the plate, and Edwards took off on the break. So it was definitely an up and down game. Obviously, the debut of the new Yankee pitchers did not fare well. All three relievers gave up runs. Dotel takes the loss. I recommend everyone shifting over to catch the post-game review to NY Yankee Mania with Joe. Jason with 161 River Ave should have a post-game review, and Jason Custodio on Late Night with Jason Custodio will have post-game reviews. Tomorrow we will be on at 4 p.m. to take up game 2 of this series. I want to extend my most heartfelt appreciation for everyone who took time to watch this game and share part of your Friday night here. And I will end in customary fashion. Let's go Yankees, and see you in the funny papers. Have a great evening.